Good morning, everyone. Colby Logan here with Pickler Universe, day 2 of MLP 2025. I'm here with my brand new friend, Caroline Luelf. I got that right. With formerly here one of our sponsors with DUPR, but there's more to your story. I know you've done a lot of things in pickleball in a short amount of time, you and your husband both. But yeah, maybe let's just start back and tell the world who you are, Caroline. Why are you here? Are you addicted to pickleball like the rest of us?
I would think so. So, yes, I'm Caroline. I'm the director of Minor League Pickleball for DUPR. Minor League Pickleball is a part of DUPR, the company, and I'm also the director of clubs at DUPR. So I have dual roles. I oversee all the account management of all of the DUPR clubs in the U.S. and internationally, and then obviously oversee and run Minor League Pickleball in the U.S. and internationally.
There's a lot going on there.
It's a lot going on. We are growing in both clubs and minor league pickleball. The growth is dramatic this year. So
growth is good. I mean, growth is definitely good in this sport. You know, we're sitting here chatting on behalf of Pickler Universe, so maybe we should start there. Have you seen a facility?
Oh,
quite
yes.
This enormous indoors?
Oh, not like this. No, this is unique. When I was told about it last December at our national championship in St. Louis, I was like, hey, you've got to check out Pickler Universe. And I was like, what's Pickler Universe, you know? So, of course, they got me here.
The universe, baby.
Yes. And so, yeah, I came and actually toured the facility, and I'll jump forward. We're actually hosting our national championship for minor league pickleball here in December.
You were telling me about that. That's awesome. Great place to do it.
It is.
Well, certainly plenty of room.
Yes.
And you were talking about the numbers that you're going to have. It sounds like it's going to be a full bracket, you know, all the way around.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
It
I mean,
is.
that's ideal. And you got plenty of room for everything.
Do. Yes, it's going to be exciting. Lots of space. It's going to allow us to create. Minor league pickleball is all about being player-centric. We want to do things to give players plenty of play, even at nationals. We want to give them the experience of that is very unique, that it's different, that people look forward to every year, that they want to go, hey, they're different, they're unique, I want to experience that because it's so much fun, and it can become a team and also really a family event. We have a lot of families that come support their whether it's their spouse or their kids, and it becomes this whole team event for them, obviously just like Major League Pickleball. So.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I mean, the team format is it's just fun. There's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of community energy, which is what pickleball is about anyway. So, yeah, I was talking with your husband, Ryan, and he was leaning into, you know, how you guys really want to be just fun and experience-centric with your tournament, and that's probably the secret sauce that you've been, you know, seeing the positive outcomes from that, because there's a lot of tournaments going on around, and some are not as enjoyable as others.
Right.
That's kind of an understatement. Having played in not a bunch, but a few myself, and yeah, some are just a lot of fun, and some are just like, I might not do that again. So that's great. Y'all are creating that experience. I mean, I work in special events, and everything I do with AV and sound and lighting, it's all about the experience.
It is.
It's entertainment at the end of the day. You know, make people feel something, and they're going to come back.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yep.
And where did you grow up?
So I'm originally from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
But I moved as a teen. My family moved to Oklahoma. So Oklahoma is home.
That was a change.
It was a change.
From Puerto Rico to Oklahoma.
Yes.
So we'll do this interview in Spanish next. So, you know, for our Espanol speakers out there.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you make your way to Oklahoma. Is that due to the gentleman, your husband Ryan, did Oklahoma? No, your family moved there.
Our family moved there. So me and my husband met in high school.
Oh, wow.
We are high school sweethearts.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Been together a long time.
And y'all got 4 kids?
4 kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
One came a little later, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We have it 19 to 3. So our older 3 half play pickleball, some and do play pickleball. Our 13-year-old is actually playing a lot, even more right now. And then our 3-year-old says he's going to be a pickleball player.
I love it. I love it. The whole family.
Oh, yes, yes.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, your husband was telling me about you guys traveling all around in the camper, the fifth wheel, I guess, as he referred to it. My wife and I aspire to do that as we move into our retirement years. We're doing it. We're getting the fifth wheel. We're going everywhere.
Heck yeah.
And kids are aging out of the house, so that's awesome. So, DUPR, I mean, you're all in the news.
Oh, we are.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Everyone's got something to say about DUPR right now.
They do.
You know, it's the storm will pass because we need DUPR, and DUPR has been serving its role very well for a while. I know it's frustrating for some, the perception of what they are reading and experiencing in some way, but I'm going to let you comment on it a little bit about DUPR and maybe what people should know about recent changes and generally what's going on with DUPR.
Yeah, so to give you a little backstory, I'm a player. I was a player first, and I would go to these open plays 3 years ago, and they'd be like, advanced play, and I'd show up, and I'd be like one of the best players on the court, and I was like, man, if they're advanced, what am I?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Obviously, they were mislabeling themselves.
How long ago was this?
It was about 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, three and a half years ago.
Which was like yesterday, but an eternity in the pickleball world.
In pickleball world, that's not a long time yet. So back then, I was seeking to figure out, how do we reclassify these things? There's these people saying they're advanced, but they're not advanced. These people think they're this, but they're really not that. They're just kind of guessing. Oh, I played with this one player that has this rating from this one system, and, well, they're that, so it means all of us are this. And so I actually started doing DUPR rating events, DUPR builder events before it was even a thing, because I found out about DUPR, and I was like, oh, this would really help our community. So I started doing events that were for DUPR, and I loved it. One of my favorites was running men events, of course, and they would go play, and people would be like, how are you doing? And I remember one guy going, well, I'm not as good as I thought I was.
Oh boy.
and it's not a mean thing. It was just realizing, okay, they were just making a lot of assumptions, but when we realign people's expectations, it creates a much more fun environment. Like, that guy didn't have a lot of fun. He thought he was at a higher level. He entered this DUPR 3-hour round robin to little mini bracket event that I hosted, and realized, like, he was he wasn't there, so it wasn't fun for him. Mm-hmm. It wasn't fun to be beat every game after game, match after match, because he realized, like, he thought he was something, but he wasn't.
Sure.
So what DUPR really helps in the pickleball community, it helps bring back the fun when the fun gets away. So if me and you are similarly skilled level and we're playing against similarly skilled level players across the net, that can be a very fun, competitive, enjoyable match.
No doubt.
Because we can just play.
No doubt.
Right? We kind of know what each other's going to do because we're similar in that skill level. But when you put on a court someone that's more of a beginner, two people in the middle, and then a really advanced player, the advanced player is either going to be mean and just play his game, and then the beginner is going to be like, they're so mean, they just hit every ball to me, and it was so hard and so whatever. So then the advanced player doesn't feel like they can just play their game.
Sure.
The beginner or the lower level player, they're totally unmatched. When I was coming into pickleball, my husband was already higher than me. He came from tennis, and I was like, I don't want to play with your friends. They hit so hard. I'm not ready for that. It's scary. Like, I'm just getting into pickleball. So, again, when you have that mismatch, it's just not as much fun. And pickleball, the reason it's grown so much exponentially in the last 5 years, it's brought a lot of fun to the everyday average person.
Amen.
And that is really why it's catapulted. It's not because pros are amazing, they're gifted, they're talented, they put the work in, but the masses in pickleball are just an average, ordinary person, and they want to have fun when they play. They're working every day, they're working 40 hours a week, and when they go play pickleball, they want to have fun. Or they're that mom that is taking care of X number of kids, and they're taking a break. The kids are at camp, or at school, or at something, and they're taking that break. They want to go have fun.
Absolutely.
And fun is created when you're all similarly leveled play. Now, of course, every once in a while, I have my aunt. My aunt's amazing. She's retired. She's a lower level player, and I'll go play with her because she's my aunt.
And that's the beauty of pickleball,
right,
is we know how to slow down. The community knows what to do. They really do.
Yes.
But you do bring up really the heart of the matter. My wife and I just traveled out of town. We went to Charleston, South Carolina, and Folly Beach, Savannah. We were on the East Coast there. And I found pickleball five mornings that we were there. We were there. That's like great. 7 days. And I was able to walk. Here's how we know DUPR's working, because I was able to walk into a large group of guys at a public park, and they inquired about my skill level, and it worked, because I know now what 4-0 means. Like, truly know what 4-0 means. 4-0 is a really good player. You know, from a rec standpoint,
yes.
A 4-0 is a fantastic player. But a couple years ago, the folks claiming to be 4-0, they didn't really know what that meant. But I would say the education is there now.
Yeah.
Folks know what 4-0 means, and they really know what 4-5 means.
Yes.
A 4-5 is a very good player, singles and doubles, very good. And you don't get many rec players who are willing to claim 5-0. But, again, a couple years ago, you would have people strut in and go, I probably play at the 5-0 level, and they were a full number off. So I do think it's working, because I walked in and said, I play 4-0, 4-5, and it was perfect, because they were like, you're going to do well here. That court is a little advanced up there, and I was like, yeah, they are. They are.
And you could have fun.
And you
with
know,
the total strangers.
I could have moseyed over there, but I don't know these guys. And I know I'm going to be able to have fun here, and we could communicate with these numbers. Yeah. And it was actually everyone was truly playing at like a 3-8 to 4-2 level. So we know it's working.
Yeah.
And it was just a matter, I think, of getting that education into the masses of what do these numbers mean. Like, I think you need to know what that means, you know. And
you tapped into something. We want DUPR to be a universal rating no matter where you're at in the world. There's a misnomer of people saying, well, a California 5-0 is different than a Texas 5-0. Not really. And if it is, as soon as the only reason it might be is if they're in this one little tiny bubble.
Sure.
Once you step into that, because of our connectivity and the ability to the way the algorithm works, all of a sudden people are going to start shifting and realizing, maybe I thought I was a California 5-0, but maybe I'm actually better, or maybe I'm not really a 5-0. So we want DUPR to be something that is international, that if I go to Spain and I want to go play at a club, I can go, hey, I'm a 4.46. Where are courts for people near my number?
I love it. How far are we going with these decimal points? Because I think this is the part that, you know, when folks are getting frustrated, it's like, my DUPR rating went down 0.016. It's like, you know, we really only need one decimal point.
Yes.
I mean,
well, you know, it's funny. People ask me my DUPR all the time because I work for DUPR. So I always got to know what my DUPR is, because I've had people fact check me. They're like, hey, you said you were this, but you're, and I'm like,
if you're going to play league
yeah.
play or open play, I mean, they really do. That's all the baseline they have.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, it says 3-8, but I really play. It's like, well, you know.
I tell people, you know, yeah, my DUPR actually says 4.6. But, you know, sometimes I'm coming off a long day of work. I'm talking to a lot of clubs. It is a long day, and I'm just going to show up and have fun. It's more of a laid-back event. I might play more like a 3-5, 4-0 that day. And then there's days when I know it's competitive. I want to play well. I might play a little better. But the thing is that rating is telling people where I should be, which is in the 4-0 to 4-5.
Sure.
Play, and that's where I thrive. That's where I can compete and have fun with others. And that's what it should be for everyone else. It shouldn't be about trying to achieve some number. Like, I've came to the realization I'm never going to be 5-0. What it would take for me to be 5-0, I'm definitely not willing to do.
Yeah.
So I can just love and enjoy being in that 4-0 to 4-5 level and have a lot of fun. And I feel like people that can see that can go, I'm a 3-8. That means I can live in that 3-5 to 4-0 level. They can have so much more enjoyment than this number that they've made up in their mind that where it needs to be. No, enjoy where you're at.
Enjoy where you're at.
Like, really enjoy.
I like that. I like that. And maybe I should work that into the tagline of DUPR, enjoy where you're at. Because you do see a lot of, you know, I'm going to say it, younger, hungry kiddos that are getting into it that are very obsessed about their DUPR rating. You know, really over-obsessed. And I think they need to enjoy where they're at. And I know that's hard to do because they want this higher number. But you really have to earn it. And yes, they may have the skill set to get there. But we're talking about competitive play, which is a really different thing than rec play.
Yeah.
You know, gaining a DUPR rating means that you're also growing here.
Yes.
And I know that's hard for a lot of younger folk. It's hard for me too. The first competitive tournaments I played in, you feel different.
Oh, there's a whole different pressure.
There's a gut thing that is not allowing you to do certain things, or and so you get that in check and you grow mentally, and so it's a whole deal. But I think it's working. The more data you have in there, the better.
Yes.
You know, your rating becomes more resilient.
Yes.
You know, I think that's a good word to use. And
yeah,
so,
and talking into that, I'm not with the algo team, the data scientist team, the data team. They're amazing. Every time I do get to talk to them, I'm always blown away by just their genius level. Just what they can explain to me. They bring it down to simplicity, and I'm like, okay, I get it. But talking about that, one of the big misnomers happening right now with DUPR is someone will go on Facebook and post like, oh my gosh, this person went down this much, or they went up this much. Well, this is why in DUPR we came out with reliability.
Okay.
Reliability, the way
I like this. Yeah, let's talk about this.
The way I look at it, reliability is DUPR's way of telling me how accurate they think the rating is.
Sure.
So if I go look up someone and they're a 3.9, but the reliability is 10, to me, it's going.
Where do we float? What's the reliability scale?
0 to 100.
To 100, okay.
And it's a score.
Okay.
So, and it's based on how many matches you have in the system, how long it's been, how many matches within time frame.
Sure.
So obviously, you could have 100 matches.
Taking 6 months off.
Right. That reliability, which is actually I was going to go into that with mine. But I'm a perfect example of what reliability goes into. So I'll share that real quickly. But yeah, so it's total matches, but it's match recency as well. Then it's also about the people that you play against.
Yes.
So if I'm a brand new person coming into the system of DUPR, and the other 3 players are 80 or higher reliability, and they have a ton of match history, their DUPRs are solid. They have a lot of data, and I play against them. My reliability is going to go higher faster than if I play against 3 other players that hardly have any data in their accounts, and their reliability is very low. So there's also that. So reliability will move, especially as you're building your DUPR. It's quite complex. The algorithm is a very complex thing. People say one thing, and I was like, yeah, but you're not seeing the big picture of what this algorithm is.
Reliability is a good one. I mean, I think there's multifacets to a player. I mean, we're talking about, especially at the pro level, talking about injuries, time off.
That's a perfect example. So in January, I played at a tournament, a minor league pickleball tournament, and I actually sprained my ACL, sprained my MCL, and then tore my meniscus in 2 places. So
how are you now? How are you doing?
I'm good.
Are you good?
I'm getting there, right? So,
I don't see a brace, or maybe it's under the.
I do wear. I actually do wear this mammoth brace still for play. It's a transitional brace. Hopefully, in the next couple of months, I'll be done with that and move on. But what's happened is, I had 100 reliability. Like, I have so much history. Okay. So I was at 100 in January, but after so long of play, that reliability started dropping.
How low did it get for you?
So it's currently, I think, like an 84.
Oh, that still sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's still pretty high.
Comparatively speaking.
Right, because
you have a lot of data.
Right, exactly. I had a lot of data. I think somewhere near 400 matches in 3 years. So that's a lot of data. So, I mean, DUPR, I personally think DUPR is pretty darn accurate for me. But what I do know, the reason that reliability is going low is because DUPR's going, her rating may not be actually as on point as we thought it was. And it's true, because I had to take almost 6 months off. When I came back to play, I was nowhere near that 4.46. Now I'm starting to, regain strength, and my biggest thing is mobility. I'm having to relearn a lot of mobility, especially side to side, which you do a lot of side to side on pickleball, lateral movement. But what I like about it is that it's right. I'm probably not that 4.46 anymore. My reliability should be going down because there's no data going into DUPR to tell them where I'm at today versus I was 6 months ago. So for people who have like a 60 reliability and then they take off 6 months, DUPR is going to go, we're not sure if you're getting a lot better, if you're being stagnant, or if you're not playing. And theoretically, if you don't play, you do lose some skill when you don't play. You lose the touch, right? You lose that feel. So that's been a lot of part about reliability that people don't understand. And your reliability will determine how much movement your rating will have every time you have a match.
Okay.
So the higher reliability, the less movement it's going to do. Whereas if you have very low reliability, it's going to move.
That makes
it's going to be more
sense.
volatile.
It says, all right, you're back on the radar, so something drastic might be happening here. Oh, wow. Let's get you to where you need to be real quick. You were at a 3.8, but you just beat this 4.7 person, and your reliability was terrible. Clearly, let's get you out of this and closer to where you need to be. That makes complete sense to me. I know you really have to sit down with someone like yourself and go through all the iterations of a player and everything we're talking about to go, okay, yeah, this is a good idea. This makes sense. I mean, it makes total sense to me. I mean, I have a mathematics engineering background. I was a computer programmer. I'm seeing in my head what they're doing and kind of how they're doing it, and I'm seeing rows and databases, and so I have a total respect for what they're trying to accomplish. At the end of the day, create a fair rating system that, like you said from the beginning, that is going to be ultimately allow us to be rooted in fun, playing with people that are truly. You said around the country, a 4.5 is a 4.5 here, is a 4.5 there, and then around the globe, really the ultimate go is somebody in Spain. One of my buddies and I, we just got back from playing in China for 2 weeks with a group out of Florida, and the pickleball game is just getting started over there.
It's already exploding.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And we weren't able to really find any permanent pickleball facilities yet. We played 3 tournaments in 3 different cities. We were basically on gym floors. I think we were in a badminton facility in one area and a basketball in another. Now, they had different – the third place we were at, they rolled out the vinyl, and it was beautiful. And the lighting was amazing. And now, the level of play was generally – from a physicality standpoint, very good. Their movement from ping pong and badminton, incredibly good. And then the tennis players that we faced who were exceptionally good, who would have been equivalent to D1 players here in the States, they were phenomenal, especially in singles. What was interesting was, when we got to the net, to reset and slow it down, we spent a lot more time in that chess match than they would, and we were able to win a lot of matches that their skill level probably would have, but we brought a much more mature game than I think
they're used to.
I don't know if it's what's being taught right now necessarily, or heck, I guess maybe they're back 3-4 years where we were earlier, and just the general. It's just crazy to think of a country that big they're that big into paddle sports, and pickleball is still in its infancy. So it was so cool to be able to experience it firsthand. And of course, what do they need? They need DUPR.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's.
And it's funny. We actually had minor league pickleball launch in China in December of this last year. And the facilities are smaller, so we're talking 2-3 court facilities. Maybe every once in a while there might be more than that. So they have a lot of events, but smaller numbers. But China loves minor league pickleball. I mean, they love that team event, and we're getting a lot of data because of it. Because obviously minor league pickleball, all those results always go to DUPR. But this is something really cool. When you said about China and about the global. Last year, we did have an Australian team come. They traveled all the way to St. Louis, Missouri, and played at our national championship. And they were DUPR 16. And some of us were like, this is going to be interesting. Can they compete? Are they going to be too good for DUPR 16 because maybe their ratings are off because Australia is newer? Or are they going to get beat really bad because maybe they're inflated? And they got 4th. At our DUPR 16 Nationals. They entered as a DUPR 16 team because based on their ratings as a team, as the team aggregate, that's where they landed. And they got 4th. And I was like, wow, that's pretty on point.
It's working.
I mean, it is on point. They didn't win, which means that they weren't towering over all the other teams. But they also, I think there was.
Well, they placed. I mean, that's
yes,
that's
I
pretty
think there was
awesome.
16 teams. I could be wrong. I can't remember the exact numbers, but they placed 4th, and it made me really happy to realize, wow, DUPR is transcending throughout the entire world. And that's also actually one of the things I love about minor league nationals is because we get to bring all these people from everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Puerto Rico there last year, Mexico.
The motherland.
Yes, I know. I'm always really excited about Puerto Rico. It's like, oh, that's a heartfelt one to have them come. But yeah, that's what DUPR should be doing. It should be transcending. Doesn't matter where you live, where you're from. Is your DUPR is going to get you into play wherever you go that is supposed to be similar to your skill level. And if it's off, it's simply going, well, how much match data do we have on you?
Sure.
If we only have 6 matches, you can't expect a system to give you the best accurate rating on 6 matches.
Sure.
Like, that's such a.
And of course, your reliability score is going to be low, and it's indicative of it is what it is.
Yes.
You know, that's awesome. Well, I think I could literally talk on for hours about this stuff with you, and you do explain it very well. And yeah, minor league pickleball and DUPR, sounds like you got just a lot of stuff going on and a lot more ahead of you. So December, you got the big tournament here, huh?
Yes. So in December we have minor league pickleball players are playing all across the U.S. to earn points to be in the top of the national leaderboards to come to be able to invite it, because nationals is an invitation only tournament.
Okay.
You cannot just sign up.
Sure.
And to play at nationals, you have to have played in at least one minor league pickleball event. A lot of that has to do because we want the players to know what they're doing when they come to the court. Minor league pickleball is different. It's very unique in comparison to every other tournament. So we want players to know what they're doing coming to a national championship. But yeah, we're expecting expectations right now is somewhere around that 700 to 800 players.
That's awesome.
It's going to be 5 days. We have DUPR divisions from 12 to 22. We have senior divisions, open age divisions.
Did you just point at me when you said senior divisions?
I did not. I just used my hands. Now I'm going to have to look you up and see your age. We also have a $100,000 prize purse. And we distribute that all the way from our lowest division to our highest division. So we don't just go, hey, this is only for the best of the best. No, we want to recognize the work and effort of all players.
Sure.
Because that is something where pickleball, again, is amazing, right? We're an all-age sport. Like, you can have – I've seen it in minor league pickleball. I've seen a 7-year-old play a dream breaker against a 12-year-old because they're the same level in rating. It's an actual match. Now, obviously, in a dream breaker, maybe the 7-year-old has more mobility issues that whereas a 12-year-old can run that court all over the place.
Sure.
But it is amazing. At our nationals, we're going to have teams come from Canada, Puerto Rico, Mexico, potentially Spain and Italy. Thailand is going to have their own little nationals and send at least one team. China is for sure this year sending at least one team. If not, their goal is actually to send 4. But, you know, there's things that have to be worked out with travel and all that kind of stuff. But we have more countries. Australia, the PPA and MLP Australia host minor league pickleball there. They're hosting quite a lot of minor leagues themselves. And so they're looking at sending teams to our nationals. So it's going to be really exciting here in December.
That's awesome.
It's really great I've been fortunate to be with minor league pickleball almost since the beginning, and just to see that growth and see players have so much fun and enjoy something when I know everyday life is so serious and can be so demanding, to be able to step out and kind of have that childlike enthusiasm and excitement that we had as kids when we played team events, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you. I played basketball and volleyball.
Everything.
And a couple other sports too. And minor league pickleball does bring that back for me. Like, it brings back that team aspect of what I got to experience a lot as a kid and a teenager, that once I graduated high school, I was done, right? I really didn't get to play team events past that. So, yeah, I'm excited, and maybe you'll be here too. So,
yeah, I know. I can't wait for it. So cool. Caroline Luelf, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for your time.
We thank you to Pickler Universe for hosting such an amazing MLP. This is day 2, and day 1 was awesome.
It sure was.
It was so good. So I'm guessing those stands are going to be packed today, and so here we are. Friday, Saturday is probably going to be. It's just going to get better.
Oh,
I'm sure.
It's going to be exciting.
Yes, you'll have a lot more folks wandering around the sponsor area. It's a little slow down there yesterday, but I think everyone was watching the amazing
pickleball
I had
times people were coming up. They're like, okay, explain to me, what does this mean in the algo? And I was like, I feel like an algo answer woman yesterday at times. So, but it's just great. I love it. I want people to understand what DUPR is and what it means, because a lot of times there's some misinformation out there. But once you can take even 5 minutes and get some basic questions answered, it's amazing how quickly you can go, oh, this makes sense.
Yeah.
This is why it works this way.
If you're on social media, don't read the comments. It's my only piece of advice to you.
Hey, you know what? In the last couple of weeks, we have had the most engagement, the most likes, the most shares. We've had feedback from people that used to never say anything, tell us, you're doing amazing work, this is the right move. So I really feel, once people truly understand what the algo is, and they can do that by, we've written articles. Sarah Carpenter, our lead scientist, has done podcasts. Tito, our CEO, has done podcasts. Anybody that will take the time to actually listen or read will be like, oh, this makes sense.
Sure.
This is why it needs to be this way.
Well, we could all learn to listen a little bit better. That might help.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
Again, thank you, Caroline, for joining us, and thank you all for watching. And we're going to keep going here at MLP Dallas here at Pickler Universe. Thanks for joining us, y'all.
Thank you.